Have you ever thought that if a hole is made across the earth, then where will that hole come out on the other side of the earth? Let's assume that if science has such a technology and we make a hole in the land of America or Bahamas through it which is so deep that it comes out directly on the other side of the earth. You will be surprised to know that that hole will come out directly from the sea near Rwanda and Congo, and this total distance is about 11,500 kilometers. Welcome again to Mr. Dar Videos. Viewers, most of us must have this question in our minds, that if we humans can reach Mars 5.5 billion kilometers away, then why can't we make a hole only 11,500 kilometers long in the Earth? In today's video, you will be able to know how deep a hole man has been able to make in the Earth with the help of modern technology. What is the thing in the depth of the Earth that makes even the biggest drilling rig weak? If we start from the surface of the Earth, a grave is normally dug up to a depth of 6 feet. If we go further down, at a depth of 13 feet, we found the treasure of Tutankhamun, the 3,000-year-old king of Egypt. We will soon make a separate video on it. If we go further down, the depth of 20 feet is the point where metal detectors can detect metals in the ground. Below this, a Nile crocodile can dig its hole up to a depth of 40 feet. This is the deepest hole made by any animal. If we go a little further down, at a depth of 65 feet, there are Paris catacombs under the city of Paris, France. Here, 600,000 people were buried hundreds of years ago. This place is also called the Door of Hell, and it is considered illegal to enter it. The deepest swimming pool in the world was built up to a depth of 170 feet. This swimming pool is famous in Dubai as Deep Dive. Surprisingly, there is a total of 150 million liters of water in it. The depth of 328 feet in the ground is the point where nuclear waste is buried. If we go a little further down, at a depth of 346 feet, the deepest metro station in the world is built. This metro station is built in the city of Kiev, Ukraine, and it is so deep that many elevators have to be used to reach here. At a depth of 400 feet, we reach the point where the roots of the tree can reach. Such a long root has been seen in a fig tree in South Africa. Below this point, that is, up to a depth of 720 feet, the bottom of the deepest river in the world is found. This river is also present in Africa, which is known as the Congo River. Surprisingly, humans have gone deeper than this. At a depth of 790 feet, the deepest train tunnel in the world is present. This tunnel is known in Japan as the Seikan Tunnel, which connects the two islands of Japan. This tunnel has also been built below the bottom of the sea. But below this, at a depth of 940 feet, the deepest road tunnel in the world was present in Norway, but in 2019, its record was also broken. Yes, only 18 feet below this tunnel, a tunnel was built in Rogaland, which is now at a depth of 958 feet below the ground. If you go further down, even if someone is hiding 1,000 feet below the ground, he cannot escape the nuclear missile, B-82 nuclear warhead. This is such a nuclear missile that if it falls somewhere, it has the ability to destroy structures up to 1,000 feet below. Surprisingly, even below this, at a depth of 1,286 feet, the deepest well in the world is present. And this well was dug with the help of hands. This well is located outside a hospital in Woodingdean, England, which was dug for 4 years in 1862, and water was extracted from here for patients. At a depth of 1980 feet, the world's deepest vertical cave shaft is present. In Slovenia, this is really the inner view of the cave. If someone falls into this vertical shaft, it will be like jumping from the Shanghai Tower in China. Below this, at a depth of 2,300 feet, is the point where 33 miners from Chile were trapped for 69 days without eating or drinking. We will next make a video about how these miners were removed from the depths of the ground. At a depth of 3,180 feet below the ground, there is a hole dug by a human being, from which the open sky can also be seen. This place is called Bingham Copper Mine, which is so deep that even the tallest building in the world can fit in it. And despite that, a lot of space will be left in it. This record has also broken as the race of man to enter the ground. At a depth of 5,387 feet, the bottom of the deepest lake in the world is found. This lake is known as Baikal in Russia. Below this, at a depth of 6,000 feet, the bottom of the Grand Canyon is found. But man has gone more deep into the ground. Yes, in the Satbari city of Canada, at a depth of 6,213 feet, the world's deepest musical concert was held. On March 7, 2020, this concert was held by the Shaft Bottom Boys in the Creighton mine. Surprisingly, the deepest cave in the world is much deeper than this. This 7,200 feet deep cave is located in Georgia, but the surprising thing is that man has succeeded in going much deeper than this. At a depth of 10,300 feet, the bottom of the Moab Kotsong mine shaft is found in Africa. A lift is used to reach its bottom, and this lift takes 5.5 minutes to reach the bottom of the mine. This depth is so deep that if someone falls in it, he will be in the air for 32 seconds before falling to the bottom. Going a little further down, at a depth of 13,120 feet, the world's deepest gold mine is present. This gold mine is also present in Africa, which takes miners an entire hour to go inside. And at the bottom of this mine, the temperature is 66 degrees Celsius. At a depth of 29,000 feet, it is as deep as Mount Everest. And at a depth of 38,000 feet, it is as deep as a commercial airline. But you won't believe it, man has made a hole in the ground to a depth of more than this. Yes, at a depth of 40,230 feet, the deepest hole man has ever made is present, which is known as the Kola Superdeep Borehole. This 23-centimeter wide hole was made by Russia in 1979, and their mission was to drill it to the center of the Earth. But after 9 years of continuous drilling, a point came when the temperature below reached 180 degrees Celsius. And because of this, the drilling equipment got so hot that it was not possible to drill any deeper. If a ball is thrown in this hole, it will take 50 seconds to reach the bottom. But surprisingly, the man has also broken his own record. In 2008, an oil company in Qatar broke the world record by drilling a hole 40,318 feet deep. This is Al Shaheen oil field, and this is the point where the deepest hole in the earth has been drilled, and this record has not yet been broken by anyone. If we estimate its depth, it will be as far as we can see the earth from this point in the sky. Viewers, the core of our earth, that is, the center of the earth, is approximately 6,371 kilometers deep. And so far, we humans have drilled only 12 kilometers into the ground. That is, suppose if Dubai is the surface of the earth, then 6,371 kilometers away is the center of Korea, and we humans have only drilled as deep as you can see. I hope you will like and share this video. Thank you very much for your loving comments. See you in the next great video.